GBP JPY technical analysis starting on the monthly time frame. We have our monthly upper zone, monthly mid-range zone, and then our monthly lower zone as well. Now let's talk about proper flow on this particular time frame. I'm seeing strong level of sell pressure coming in from this upper zone all the way to the downside. So the question that we can ask ourselves on this particular time frame is that where is this sell pressure going to end? This sell pressure is coming all the way to the next level of what? Sensitivity. Why? Because it is the only level here on the monthly time frame that price can rest on. It is very simple. Once you understand how to draw the zones on every time frame, analysis becomes very easy for you. So as I said, on the monthly time frame, this sell pressure that we are seeing here is coming all the way, and then it will end on this mid-range zone before we will either see buy pressure to the upside again or probably break and continuation move to the downside. But as I said, price is coming all the way down. We are going to be moving to the various time frames and then look at how we can pick what a sell over here to the downside. All right, so let's take it to the weekly time frame and then have a closer look as to what the weekly is also saying. All right, so taking it to the weekly time frame very quick. All right, so this is the weekly time frame on GBP JPY. Let's put meaning into this time frame as well. We have our weekly upper zone and then our weekly lower zone as well. Let's talk about push and exhaustion cycles here as well. I'm seeing a push to the downside and exhaustion to the upside. What happens after exhaustion? Continuational move to the downside. So over here on the weekly time frame, price should be able to make a continuational move all the way to the downside, breaking below this what previous lower low over here. So once we came to the weekly time frame, price is also telling us that what it is coming all the way to the downside. This formation on the weekly time frame is what? It's a sell formation going in line with what we saw on the monthly time frame. And then in addition, look at these last three candles over here. This is a very nice evening star candle confirmation. Those of you guys who are very familiar with evening star, you know what I'm talking about. And then you can also obviously see this nice bearish pin bar forming here at the moment, which will tell you that price will definitely come all the way to the downside. All right, so let's take it to the daily time frame also to look at what the daily has to offer us. All right, so taking it to the daily time frame as well. All right, so this is the daily time frame on GBP JPY. We are going to put meaning into this daily time frame as well. All right, so just stay patient with me. All right, so GBP JPY on the daily time frame, we have our daily upper zone and then our daily lower zone. Let's talk about push and exhaustion cycle here on the daily time frame. It's all about push and exhaustion. All right, so on this daily time frame, I'm seeing a push to the downside, breaking below this daily upper zone. Price what came up for exhaustion as expected, and then we are seeing what a continuational move to the downside. Now look at this. Price has created this nice bearish engulfing candle here after the completion of what? Exhaustion. Although this what bearish engulfing candle has not closed yet, but I'm very sure that by the end of the day, we are going to close in what? This bearish what engulfing candle, because the momentum in the market is very low at the moment. So we are likely, or we are more likely to close in this what bearish engulfing candle, which will also signify a move to the downside as we have been predicting from the monthly time frame. All right, so let's take it to the 4-hour time frame where we are going to be picking our entry to the downside. All right, so for each. All right, so this is the 4-hour time frame on GBP JPY. It is very simple. 4-hour time frame on GBP JPY. Let's put some last. Okay, let's put everything together here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we are going to end everything here on the 4-hour time frame. So sit with me, stay patient with how I'm going to be what signifying or simplifying this 4-hour time frame for you guys. All right, so the 4-hour time frame, what do we have here? All right, so let's take a closer look at the recent formations over here. Look at this. We have our 4-inch upper zone and then our 4-inch lower zone as well. All right, and then this whole candle that you are seeing here, okay, this whole candle that you are seeing here is the bearish engulfing candle that we saw on the daily. Right, it's very simple. And I've been telling you guys, let me go back to the daily. I've been telling you guys that every bearish engulfing candle, okay, or every engulfing candle that you see on a higher time frame, it is called what? A push. So once price closes in this bearish engulfing candle, it is called what? A push. First you wait for, you should wait for exhaustion before you pick an entry to the downside. All right, so let's take it back to the 4-hour time frame and then let's look at how the formation has formed over there in respect to this bearish engulfing candle that I'm talking about. All right, so as I said, this bearish engulfing candle or the bearish engulfing candle that we saw on the daily time frame is what? It's a push. Once we're on the 4-hour time frame, do you see a push over here? Yes, we see a push over here. Where is it? This is the push. Okay, this is a push to the downside. Why? Because it broke below this 4-hour upper zone. All right, so we are seeing a push here on the 4-hour time frame. What happens after a push? an exhaustion before a continuational move to the downside. All right. So once price close in that bearish engulfing candle, it is likely to close just around this one area. Okay? Once the day is over, this move will close probably just around this one area, and that will mean that the bearish engulfing candle has closed. So as I said, the bearish engulfing candle is a push. So what do we wait for? We wait for exhaustion here before we pick a sell all the way to the downside. All right. So this is it. This is how we're going to pick our entry. We are staying patient for price to come back for exhaustion to retest this 4-hour upper zone as resistance before we pick a sell all the way to the downside. So you see how all the higher time frames or all the time that we have been through have been perfectly put together to get this particular entry to the downside. It is very, very simple. All right. So this is how we're going to do. Once you're able to pick a sell here to the downside, where is TP1 going to be? TP1 is going to be at previous low. Once we TP1, what do? We move SL to entry. And remember, I told you guys that this market is coming all the way to the mid-range zone on the monthly time frame. So all the way down over here is the mid-range zone, right? So all the way down here is the mid-range zone. So GBP JPY, we are going to be picking out a very long sell to the downside. Okay, this is a positional entry. This is a positional entry. You are going to be adding more entries to it. Okay, you are going to be adding more entries to this particular trade all the way to the downside. Okay, so we are going to be picking a sell here. We are likely to pick more sells within until price gets to the final destination. Okay, so we take our first trade, which is going to be on the long term, and then we keep taking short trades within the long term before price will finally hit this target over here. So this is my full view on GBP JPY. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit on the bell icon, and then leave a comment below to help the channel out. Thank you guys for watching. Stay classy and then trade classy.